day thing, or?
No, so people doesn't, the purpose of the ordinance is so if somebody has a going out business, it's like they're liquidating stuff for another warehouse or something like that, and just using it as a beginning to sell more.
For the whole year?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
so
see
this
that.
reason is, you don't pick somebody like John David who is really retired, so, you know. And it's like for manufacturers saying, I'm going out of business sale, you know, and they're bringing in stuff from other warehouses, so they sell this thing.
That Shamrock,
Literally,
smoking for that whole year. Went out of business.
but they don't want a business.
No, they,
That's the purpose of that ordinance.
Oh, subdivisions is something else I want to go about. Pearl? Well, oh no, but, we're getting a lot of, I'll check that out, but I know that,
Here, you take the pen, I'll take
our money for subdivisions is used up every year. Because I don't know if we're going to more or not.
John, hold on.
At least to break even with it, you mean,
Yeah.
John, on parking downtown Sunbury,
okay?
I think Dale, you had mentioned that the meters are goofy. I don't know if we can take and change it at,
What do you mean goofy?
we can park downtown for a quarter, or excuse me, for a dime,
2 dimes get you the same as the
a
quarter.
quarter.
Yeah.
That's what it's, people think.
Don't tell about the guy in the press sitting there, you don't tell him that, now we just lost a nickel.
Listen, we really don't want to talk about that anyway, since you brought the parking thing up.
Well, let's start the meeting, like, do we want to start the meeting? It's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do a pledge of the flag, public meeting. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Persing?
Here.
Shipman? Reichner? Hammond? Ister?
We'll start with John, but you want to finish your conversation first?
Yeah, the parking, you know, we charge $1 to park in the parking lots for a low day parking permit. And the parking permits that we sell on a monthly basis are picking up tremendously. Matter of fact, we're making more of them on a monthly average, because of, you know, companies are making more of them. And we have jury duty and other stuff that's going on. The lots are full, so we're allowed to park on the street
I just,
for $1. I talked to John about it. I think it'd be a good idea if we increase that daily permit to $1.50 and let them park anywhere in the city for $1.50 all day parking. Now it's $0.25 an hour. So all day if you park all day at 50 meters is going to be $2. So somebody's going to walk in and buy a daily permit for $1.50. I think we're going to make out a long time. Most of the time, somebody's going to park all day for $1.50. They're going to be here for a couple hours.
no, they're not going to feed the meter, so why not just make it 2?
Yeah, I'd say $2.
But in here,
Because it's a convenience
But
thing.
here's the convenience of coming in and getting it for $1.50.
yeah, Kevin, the numbers are, pricing is so low compared to that.
Right, but you know, you can feed a meter all day for $2, or you can come in for the convenience of $1.50 to get it, you know? I mean, that's,
Or
I don't make you
$2.
guys a decision,
Why-
I'm
why
just
fool with
showing you.
quarters?
Yeah, why fool with quarters, you know, well, hey, it's not, yeah.
But it's convenient to not have to plug the meter,
Right.
even if we made it
The
2.
meter's only good for 2 hours, right? And you have to go back out.
Yeah. So
No,
we
it's
say,
quarter
here,
an
you can
hour,
buy this
quarter.
ticket for $2, you don't have to run back out.
Huh?
You put a quarter in and get an hour, they don't keep it for 2.
Well, you make it $2.
If you
Well,
put-
you get these people.
No, can't you buy a maximum
You
of
can
2
buy
hours at a
two-
time?
you can put
Well,
two-
they're all different. They're not all different, but some are different.
Oh, okay.
Like that one over there. is
Some are 90 minutes, some are hours, some are
Yeah,
15
the
minutes.
ones by the
you
bank
know,
are 30
Some are half
minutes.
hours, just depends.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the ones over here, they want you in and out of the courthouse, that's why they're no longer than 30 minutes over here.
They were
Right.
put in for the
Front of the
bank.
bank.
They put in the bank, and that's
So the
for
bank,
convenience,
usually
coming
park
in
in front of
and
the
out.
bank all day long. There gotta be some other 30-minute ones somewhere.
But then if you overprice it, you know, the guys are coming in for, you know, if you go $2, and this is just my opinion, because you see the traffic coming in and out, so if you go to $2, you know, you're gonna have people who's come for jury duty, they go in and they get released right away, am I correct on that? They come in and say the way to go. So, you know, they're gonna say, oh, I'll just feed you know, the meter for $1, or put a quarter or 50 cents in, you know, to keep you for an hour.
Yeah, but I don't think people are gonna complain about $2 just to get a permit.
No, and
don't
they're
worry.
not in and out in an hour
You know,
anyhow.
Right, because honestly, when they go for jury duty, you don't, you're 50-50, you're either gonna get picked.
Right,
or
or
you
you're
can
gonna
go,
be
you
all
know.
day.
Complain about $1, so
Believe me, people complain about, yeah.
But it's not up to us to provide the parking for the county.
Right, exactly.
So if we give them the convenience of a permit to park on the street, they don't have to worry about it.
Because if I had to go to federal court in Williamsport, I'd pay $2. So I don't worry about it all
Oh,
day.
yeah, exactly, well,
It's
it's
probably
only $2
$5.
in Williamsport.
Yeah, it's a lot more than $2.
Yeah.
But it's just a, it's a thing that, but if we're gonna do it, I think we should just not limit it to the parking lots, we should limit it anywhere in town where there's a meter. So that's what I'm.
Yeah, that's a
my
good
major
idea.
conversation.
So if you buy a,
Parking permit
parking,
for $2.
daily parking permit for the day, you can park anywhere in town.
Anywhere in town.
Yep.
I think that's.
Parking lot, street, we don't.
Yeah.
And I think I think Todd does that pretty much anyways.
You know, I usually call, once I know the lots are getting full, I call the police department saying this, and then let them park on the street because the lots are full.
Yeah, and Todd
I do
knows the
that.
time, as long as they buy the permit, he doesn't care.
Right, that's why I
Because he
usually call
knows
and
they
tell
bought,
them.
they bought a permit.
I usually call as soon as I know that the lots are coming full, because they come back and say, there's no place to park, and I say, park on the street, I'll notify the police department.
But that's not on these sheets.
It's probably the parking meter revenue, isn't it?
Yeah, that
Should
goes
be
to
in-
parking.
No, I'm talking about as far as this schedule.
Oh, okay.
I'm
And we got a boatload of tickets left, I mean, parking stuff, guys, and I'm not gonna order new, I'm just gonna change the amount of whatever you guys, these fees, I'm just gonna change that on there.
What's the revenue coming in on just those permits a year, you know?
Oh, that has increased tremendously, offhand, no, but, I can tell you, it's what's on here right now for permits, but, it's.
that includes the
it's-
monthly permit.
Yeah, it's included monthly, but it's, parking lots, it's amazing, but they're taking off. Like I said, we're making more parking permits every month.
Well, trying to figure out how much it is now, John don't have an idea what.
Yeah, you just tell me what you want to increase it to.
Yeah, I would, what do you think?
$2,
I think $2, is that, everybody happy with $2?
And we can do it citywide, because
And let everybody know that's anywhere, that's parking lots, that's parking.
Yeah, and then they can park anywhere.
metered, right?
No, parking lots or
They can
whatever.
go park.
Hey, they-
It's a
they-
permit,
they
so you
park
can-
Anywhere there's a
Just
meeting,
for that day, it's only.
That's what I meant.
That day they can park
because
anywhere
we
in the
stamp
city
the
all
date
day.
on it, yeah.
And if you move twice during the day, it's okay. It's good for that day. Okay, that will help.
Something else, John, about using parking lots. We're here by Danley's, I'm not sure what that lot's called. We've been watching it, probably 10% usage. We're gonna shift some of the I keep saying Career Link. Start shifting some of those people over there, because actually if you leave there and come right down across, what's this street here? Center Street across Cameron Park, it's not farther, and then walking from the railroad tracks down there.
Right.
And even get some of the jam back here, shift them over there.
They've been buying parking passes too. Curry Link's been coming down buying parking passes. So they're not parking over there. I mean, the girls have been coming down and buying a monthly parking pass on their team for the last 3, 4, 5 months now.
Meeting staff people.
Staff people
Where are they parking with it?
out back. They've been coming down
It
buying.
sort of
their-
defeats the purpose of having the parking for their clients.
They've been,
They aren't
and
supposed
because
to
of
be
the
using
construction
permits in
stuff,
that
they've
lot.
been buying permits, and they've been coming in and parking.
Now, then I got a question, how will you define who is and who isn't with career link?
Doesn't
Because I
matter.
know for a fact that there's county people that park in that lot with permits.
Well, they buy the monthly permits for $15.
No, they park in Career Link for free.
Till you see them walk in. And when I see them, I tell Todd, that guy walked in here, and Todd goes, take it.
Well, I know with the county, we rent off of the church, because the employees pay half and the county pays the other half of the monthly permit over here at the First Reform. What is that?
Yeah, right over here.
Yeah. So that's,
They still park in this
You
lot.
put
Some
some
of
sort of special permit in your car, or?
you give them your name, Ed used to be take care of it, but I don't know who does it now, but they just give you one, as long as it's in your somebody paying.
It's just, I don't know how you enforce it, I don't know how, other like
Give
I
a
said.
slip, give a slip to put in on your dash.
Well, Todd would have to be here to see them walking into the courthouse.
That's just it.
And if we,
That's not gonna happen.
if we're guaranteeing clearly X amount of parking lots back there, and whether they're their employees or not, nobody should be parking in there but their client.
Well, it shouldn't, how you enforce it.
Well,
I don't know if
if clients are coming in with no permits, or the workers coming in with no permits, how are we gonna
If
know
we
the
see
difference?
it, we just need to tag it, what we need to do. But I know for a fact, I can pick them out on a daily basis. if
But
they're
it
there.
should be up to them, not us, because it's up to them to police their lot. If they want Todd to come at 9 o'clock in the morning and look at the lot, then that's what he should do, not us,
No, I
because it's
agree.
their parking.
Yeah.
Would you think if it was a big effort, they had said something to us?
We haven't had
They
any
do.
complaints.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Especially
maybe they
on,
can point them out.
especially on jury duty day.
Yep, absolutely.
But we told them when they came here that on jury picking day, they park wherever they want to park. And it's in, if they park in the career link lot, too bad, we told career link that. Because you just can't control it, there's so many.
They usually do 200 when it's
Yeah.
very bad.
And most of them come in their own car.
Yeah.
It's maybe a few carpool, but not too many.
Maybe we could sell that to the county, the jury duty's over in that park like you're talking about. Show them that it's just as close and tell them to tell their people to go over there. Maybe that's the way to promote the
Talk to
one
the
behind that.
administrator about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We'll get a hold of them and see if we can't give them a little map or something and show them it's actually just as close as it is to the other end.
And I was also talking with Mike Wardner, we're gonna raise the price of street lights too. And sit down and have a meeting, raise that price. $30 is way too low.
All right. Just like to, before, as we start out here tonight, I'd like to point out a couple of things. 12 years ago, 1 mil of real estate tax brought in $72,000 of revenue. This year, 1 mil of real estate tax brings in $60,000. So we have had an 18%, 17% decrease in what each mil of real estate tax brings in 12 years.
Isn't that because so many properties are closed and they're not on the tax roll?
Some have been taken down, some are vacant, some have been, some large corporations have have appealed their assessment, and so forth. And so, and we have a situation right now, we don't know what's gonna happen with the Sunbury cheese plant, and so forth, which is a pretty sizable chunk of real estate tax. So one of the things we face in the city is a shrinking tax base for the real estate. Now, we increased taxes for 2015, and it looks like we're gonna be close to that till we're done, so we've used that same amount. But when we talk about some of the issues, when you're looking at almost 30 mills, and you're looking at $12,000 a mill, that's a big loss of revenue just in the last 12 years. So that's one of the issues I want to point out. Let's run down through this, and if anybody has questions or concerns, we'll look at the revenue first. Real estate tax at $1.337 million. We have reduced the delinquent real estate tax. We estimated $110,000 this year. Only 90 came in, so we reduced it to 90. Occupational tax, 83. We've kept that the same. That comes in quarterly. We should get some more at the end of the year. The delinquent, we have actually bumped up by $1,000. So you see, staff has done a great job at looking at every line item. Recreation tax, coming in, we're a little light. We're $6 grand light, but we think we can make that up. Library tax obviously is a pass-through. Library tax is $250,000 roughly, and we pass that, whatever comes in on that line item is written back out to the Dagenstein Library. Debt service tax, 105, and we think we're going to hit that again this year. And we have the delinquent recreation tax. We've cut back from 9,000 to 7,100 because we're at 6,500. We may get a little bit in at the end of the year not sure. Library delinquent tax, the same thing, we've knocked some of those back. The per capita tax at 16, we're just under 15. Hopefully we make that. Next year, we may have to take a look and knock that down. It may not hold up this year. The delinquent per capita tax, we've actually increased. I think that may be optimistic, but we're gonna see what happens. Realty transfer tax, we had a good year this year. We budgeted 50, it's in at 88, so we bumped it up to 70. Hopefully that'll work. Earned income tax at 720, 646, but we have 2 more months coming in, and hopefully we're going to be pretty close to that 720. That was the one that some jurisdictions have fooled around with, but the school district here has not. Mercantile tax, 149, so we knocked that down from 160 to 150. I think that's realistic. The local service tax at 275. We're right now at 276. We might get a little more. That's $1 a week, and so we'll take a look at that next year, but we left it alone for this year. The transient mercantile tax, we don't get hardly anything in that line item. The mechanical devices, that's your video games and so forth. We've kept that, even though we're over this year, we've kept that where it was. We think that's realistic. Not sure that that's going to continue. Cable franchise tax, we don't expect any reduction in that. That's locked in. We signed a contract, long-term contract for that. Next 3, 4, 5 line items are the same. County fines, we dropped from 15 down to 10 because we're at 9,500, and we didn't make it last year, or the year before that either, so not realistic to leave it at 15. Page 2, interest income in the general fund is nil, so we cut that back a little bit. Rent from Burger King, obviously we've increased that because of the new, so we bumped that up $4,000 because of the new lease. Sunoco also bumped up substantially because of the new lease, and we're thankful that we've got some business there. Career Link is the same. The per tax and the licensing tax, Liquor Control Board licensing tax, no change on those. Pension contribution reimbursement, 171, 176, and so we're going to leave. We bumped that up to 175 for this year. In lieu of taxes, we've left it the same. We're close. We'll see how that plays out. Miscellaneous reimbursables is nil. Health insurance reimbursement is down because we have one less family that's reimbursing us at this point, and so that will see a reduction. We reduced that to 11. On the other hand, there should be a little reduction in the premium. Vending machine commission, we're almost at 1,000, so we bumped that up a little bit. So we're trying to be realistic. Parking fines, we have 50 budgeted. We're getting close, 48.5. Hopefully we'll make that. Increased wage reimbursement. This is an in and out class, so it's offset in the expenses. Police accident reports, we budgeted 1,700, we have 1,500. We don't have much control over that. Depends on who needs it, what insurance companies and so forth who need that stuff and so forth. Parking meter revenue is down substantially. This is a concern. We're down $15,000 to date. I understand we're only emptying the meters, what, every other month or something? Is that what the schedule we're on?
Yeah, that's about what I get it, yeah.
Every other month. I don't understand that.
Not much.
You
They
know,
collect us
if a
somewhere
meter
in
gets
between.
full, you can't put any more money in it. And I'm not saying that that's the reason it's down, but, you know, to be down $15,000 in that. So we backed it down 10. I don't know if that's gonna be good, but.
I've never been told that the meters are full, but ask him tomorrow if that's an issue at any time.
It was 2 months ago, David.
You went to a meter and couldn't put money in.
Yeah, I sent one of my guys along. I told him I wanted every meter done.
Right.
So Some of them on Market Street, you could not put any more quarters in. I think what we
Complaints,
get,
I've got complaints a couple times this year.
And then people should have complained when they got tickets.
No, they didn't get that.
Well, you can't put
The
money
point,
in it.
the point is we really desperately need
Okay.
that
well,
revenue.
if we need, Brad, if we want it done every month, I'll make sure a guy's there to help.
Should be done.
Every 2 weeks.
We used to do it every 2 weeks.
We used to do it.
Whatever you
Well,
need,
yes.
I'll make sure somebody's there for Todd.
Well, the problem is they don't have the time every month to go out and do that.
Okay.
And they're just.
Well, he's gonna have to do it. He's gonna
Well,
have to do
he
that.
talked about that with increasing his hours, that's gonna help. That will help.
And then I'll just make sure, every 2 weeks, is that okay?
Yeah, that's not a problem at all.
And then we can just, I'll tell Mike tomorrow.
Yeah, tell Dale, talk to Todd and tell Dale what day is best for him, but.
Because I've talked to Paul about his hours.
I won't be doing it now with the holiday coming up, but at least.
Well, one or two before the end of the year, I mean,
Right.
twice probably, but I said that to Paul already, wait for budget to pass, because if he increases 3 hours, it's gonna help.
Okay, good.
How long does it normally take to do the whole town?
It takes up almost a whole day.
Okay, monthly parking permits, we bumped that up, anticipating some increased revenue from the daily permits and so forth. Parking lot meters, again, that's been going down. The year before, 2014, it was 6,600. This year at 48. We may be at 55 or something, I don't know. Pretty soon we're gonna not collect any more parking meter on the streets because it's holiday, so anyway, knock that down from 10,000 to 5,000. Okay, Benetcon reimbursement, we haven't had any this year. We're hoping to have some back. This is our health insurance. If we have a good year in our health insurance and we get a dividend back, because of 2 major claims that we had beginning in 14 into 2015, we haven't gotten anything this year, and we're hoping to get a little bit next year. That could be, we've had some years where that's been over 100,000. We talked to Benetcon. If everything holds the way it is now through the end of the year, and we don't have any other major health insurance claims through the end of the year, we may get 50 or 60, so we put that in. UComp dividend, not sure we're going to get anything. We left it in there because we had some people off on unemployment this year for a period of time, and so we're not sure what's going on there. Tax certification fee, we bumped that up because it's up a little bit this year. Reimbursement for the office trade supplies. We do tax billing for the school district of the county. They reimburse us for that. Last year we budgeted 58,000 and it only came in at 51, so we reduced that to 51, which I think is more. Postage reimbursement, minor item. Copies, minor item. Fiber optic cable revenue, it's a little over 15 this year, so we bumped that up to 15.5, which we think is probably more. Okay, revenue from Department 3, subdivisions and so forth, 1,500. We had that pretty consistently, so we hope that'll stay. Zoning hearing. Did we do anything with rates on zoning hearings?
We're going to.
Okay, that's one of the areas you're going to address, right? I'm going to put a star beside that. We had 2,000 last year, but we only got 1,500 in, or 750 in, but if you increase those, hopefully that'll bring that line item back up. Okay.
Well, it's costing us more than what we're collecting right now.
Yeah. Same thing, how about the zoning hearing variance? Are we
Yeah.
doing?
Any zoning hearing, there's gonna be a fee, we haven't set on the thing, but I see they have it broken down here, it's $300, and it's gonna be raised.
Okay.
They have it broken down into 2 separate categories here, so I would imagine that's going, it's 150 and 150 shown on
If you can get a first reading on them in 2 weeks, maybe we can pass that by the end of the year, at least in January.
Yeah, that's what we wanna do.
Okay.
So, John, that's something, if I understand correctly, you're not allowed to make money off of it.
No, that's right, but we need to cover our costs.
We're losing money
Right,
right
the one
now.
thing I said to Rick, it's gonna be so hard because if there's a solicitor involved, that's what really hurts you.
That's right.
So you almost have to take it and say, you put so much down like almost an escrow, and when we're all done, we give you the remaining money back.
Right.
Depends how complicated it is. If it's real easy, there is no solicitor. You bring them in, what's it?
Yeah. $150 an hour.
And you got a bill one time, how much?
Over $600 for one case.
Well,
Yeah,
of
for
course.
4 hours. Yeah, if it's complicated, they gotta go back to the courthouse, or they gotta go back and do work, and then they gotta go to the meeting, and so forth. So they can get 3-4 hours in that pretty easy.
So
Okay.
somewhere along the line, it'll be open-ended to the point where,
On top of that too, though, what the fees we have the stenographer fees, we have newspaper fees, which are atrocious. We
Well, bring us what you need.
we gotta do it, a couple times a month. We gotta have them in the paper for a period of time, and it's unbelievable when I look at them, what we're paying.
Okay.
Post.
All right, yeah, get the proposal, like Dave said,
Yeah, exactly.
if we can get that to a first reading next meeting, that'll be good.
Okay.
Okay, housing rental permit, any reason why that's down from 115 to 101? I mean, there's a lot of people that didn't rent, or they just didn't pay.
They're probably delinquent. We're in the process of working that out right now. We're gonna get more aggressive with that. We're not going to, I wanna change the time from June to March at the first level, and then increase it. Right now, they go out, you have till July 1st to pay. If you don't pay in July 1st, then it goes up $10. I want March, July. If they're not paid by the end of September, then we can cite them.
Okay,
Right now, we're waiting till the end, till December 1st. But
okay.
there's no reason for it, and it seems to be the same people every year.
Then you could have a big rush the next 2 weeks, if December 1st is the citation. That's what you're saying?
Yes, we should have some, no, yeah, if we get them, but we also, our citations, they pay so much a month. And it's unbelievable with the money that we have owed, that are coming in at say $15 a month, $25 a month, or something like that. We have citations that we've reviewed, and as long as the courts agree with them to do that, we have to live with what we get.
Okay, in-house building permits, most of our building permits now go through the third-party vendor,
Well,
so we don't get a whole lot in anymore.
they do and they don't. I mean, it all depends on what it is. If it's certain things, we can do it as an in-house building, or as an in-house,
We don't do any electrical, right?
no,
We just got almost $1,900 a day on building permits alone for the city
Okay.
itself, so.
All right, that's gonna put us up at 10 grand then for the year.
Yeah, we just got $1,865 today it was.
Okay, so that'll get us a little over 10. Okay, 10's probably realistic. New rental permit applications, that's been pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Actually, we had a good year this year.
One thing I want to change there, John, is I reviewed this, and anything that's a permanent rental is going to pay $50 a year rental fees.
Okay. That's the new rental fee.
That's going to be the new rental fee. We're going to send the letters out
Okay.
probably next week. We're going to start.
You're talking about two different things though.
Yeah, this is,
This is
yeah.
for new rentals.
That was-
Oh, new rentals, I'm sorry.
That's
This
for
is new
just the
rentals.
rental permit.
That's for the permits, yeah.
That's the permit.
Yeah.
Okay. And we backed that down, we had a good year this year, but the year before that, it was only 20, so.
I think the good year pertains, or reflects on what the redevelopment authority has done
Okay,
with the housings and stuff, because a lot of those that were rehabbed have been rented. And you're getting the fees as
Okay.
new rentals.
good.
That's what we want.
Okay, jump down to it, administration fee revenue, it's at 16,000, we bumped it up a little bit, looking maybe at 18 for next year. Contractors license fees, had a good year again, so we bumped it up. Volume discount, bumped that up a little bit. So a lot of these things in the code office, we've been bumping up. The Volunteer Firemen's Relief Association, we get the money from the state and pass it on, so that's a pass-through, it doesn't make any difference what it is. Street cuts, down this year. Gee, with all the stuff we had going on, it's tough, they'd have been up.
Well, a lot of the cuts on Chester Street were not.
Well, that's part of the
Because,
project.
But I did some surveys, there's communities in the area that's getting $200 a street cut, we're getting 30.
Wow.
And like, we don't usually charge the municipal fire, do we?
No, no.
That's usually, they did a lot of work.
That was, a lot of that was their work, yeah. Okay. You comfortable with that number?
Yes,
3,000?
yes,
Okay.
And you said you're gonna talk about raising it.
yes, we want to raise it.
Restaurant health inspections are way down. Is 5,000 a realistic number?
Yeah, she was pregnant in 2014, so she did some of 2015's early.
Push
That's
push
why
those
20
ahead, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's good.
Okay, Parks and Rec, via reimbursement was way down this year, or we didn't get it yet?
We haven't gotten the Deggenstein portion.
We haven't gotten a portion of it, okay, good. Skating rink revenue, boosted that up to 180, 123, and you got 2 good months coming, right? Okay, we're okay
Has to
with
get
that?
cold sooner or later.
Yep.
Later than sooner.
Okay, rink revenue stays the same, pool revenue stays the same, looks like we just about hit that this year. Snack bar, we boosted a little bit.
Yeah, I just wanna say, the girl who ran the snack bar last year did a fantastic job of revenue at
Good.
the snack bar.
You said she was right on top of it.
She was,
Yes, she was.
she did an excellent job, she really did, she would, great reports, great having it there on time every day, she did a heck of a job.
Good. So we get her back this year?
I hope so,
They
Okay.
raised the candy bars another nickel.
she did a great job.
Okay,
Coming back? She coming back?
swim lesson revenue is a pass-through, it doesn't really, Kython's Gardens Trust,
Unless she
3
does that.
grand, private grants, 3 grand, so total for that, for the department, Riverfront Entertainment, we don't have anything down there, I'd like to see us start getting some revenue there.
Well, John went and talked to SRI, and that was like talking to the wall right there.
Okay.
Because with their overhead right now, with all those executives they hired, only they didn't get a limo yet for the operation. I don't know if there's not any money left,
Pretty much.
Okay,
okay?
all right. Okay, so if you look at the bottom, projected revenue is 4.4 million, $4,386,470. The total for the expenses, and we're gonna go through those next, but the total for the expenses, mayor, 2,406,000, accounting, 365,000, code, 527,000, public works, 620, parks and rec, 593, and community development, 45. Means that we have a deficit at this point of $170,912.62. So, let's go to work on the expense side of the budget. Okay?
I didn't think I really moved mine that much. Where's the $100-some thousand increase?
In yours?
No, across the board, where?
It's 170 is what the deficit is. That doesn't mean, that's the whole total.
Yeah, the whole total. I thought everybody almost was holding their line on,
Well, no, there's officers, there's 2 officers in there, that's where it's at,
oh, okay. That's just good.
for right now.
Okay, so, mayor's marketing fund, 3,500, mayor's salary stays the same, life insurance the same, all those the same, health insurance for the solicitor, this is the offset, revenue and expense, solicitor's retainer, this is the legal fees. Do we have a line item for every department for legal fees this year, Kevin?
Yeah, it should be,
Okay.
we were planning on it,
Okay.
yes. Yes.
Wages, leave wages, right now are showing a 2% increase. They can be adjusted if we have to. All the wages except